Before I start, I
alright,
should
cool.
also mention I'm not going to be going by. I'm going to be knowing as what the site knows me as, which is wokey, which is going to be really tough to say my name because you're probably just going to want to say,
Wait,
but
Wokey or Wilkie?
wokey. That's the
Wokey. All right.
yeah. That's just kind of. It's the same as my
Then
PS.
I want to be referred as Woken.
God damn it! Do you seriously want to be called Woken?
I want to be called. I want to be called Wilkie.
What you can't be called Wokey too.
No,
I
I fucking hate
no,
all of you.
It's
I will
Wilkie.
be Woken.
You
No,
just
no,
read.
no, no. No, if you guys are gonna be called that, I go with my original choice. What was it? Commander
Commander Bat General. What was it?
Commander Batfleck.
All right.
You can call me Jace of the Ginyu Force.
Australia. Okay. Before we
Whoa.
start, seriously, do
I
you,
just did some voodoo on my phone and I found out how to make the text bigger.
Good job, old man.
Hey,
all right, give me a sec to start this up.
All right. Podcasting.
Hello and welcome to the Modcast. I'm here with Captain Ginyu,
what's up?
Jace,
Hello.
Hank,
Hey.
and and I'm your host, Wokey. You're probably listening to this and wondering, this is not the normal crew, and only one of these people are even a mod here. So what's going on? Well, originally we recorded in episode 11, and we all, even though many of us enjoyed what we put down, we also understood that it was terrible. Actually, one of us straight up didn't like what we recorded, and at halfway point started playing more Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 during the middle of the recording, so that went really bad. So instead of just scrapping it all and just like skipping a week, I'm coming here with some friends, and we're basically doing a retake, a redo. So, redo, yeah. So let me introduce them real quick. Captain Ginyu?
Yes, Commander Wokey.
Yes. What is your? So you don't play. You don't play. God damn it! You don't play the game, correct?
No, I do not.
What's your experience with Dragon Ball Z?
Watched it when I was younger. Seen a few of the films. Some of the older films I don't really remember because it's been years, but the recent ones I have seen. But other than that, I'm not caught up to the
Super.
Super. There you go. I haven't started watching it. The plan was to binge on it, but once it got to like what 50,
Yeah, there's like
what
50
episode
episodes.
Yeah, once it got to 50 episodes, I got a little more hesitant because that's like
It's a lot to commit to.
so many things to watch already as it is.
All right, Jace.
Pause. Cut. I was the first to fuck up when I said your name.
Oh, you're fucking right. Let's start this again. Okay. Seriously now. Okay. Jace.
Jace.
Fucking answer when I call your name, you piece of shit.
And when I and when I say your name and stop on your foot. Hello, Mister. Yeah, I'm here. What do you want to know?
What was your history with DBZ?
I saw the series, the original series. Let's see. I saw Dragon Ball Z on Cartoon Network. I saw Dragon Ball on Telemundo. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Hey, Goku.
Vegeta, Goku.
Piccolo.
I didn't make it to the Boo Saga, so that's about. I ended with the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
And then I saw Battle of the Gods, and what's the new one with where Frieza came back?
Resurrection of F.
Resurrection of F. We went to go see that in a movie theater together.
Yeah, we did. It was a real fun time.
Yeah, we went when Captain Ginyu and everything.
Yeah, Ginyu was there and Boulder. I forget the name. Fuck. I don't remember his name. Oh well.
What?
And Raccoon was there.
Raccoon was there. That's the better pull. Raccoon was there. So you have a moderate, like you saw enough.
I have an appreciation for the series.
Yeah, that's fair. And finally, Hank.
Hi, what's up? What's good? I'm Hank.
What's your history with DBZ?
Little to none, actually. Growing up, my parents didn't believe in cable or satellite. Not so much that they just didn't want to pay for the money for it. So, like, I guess I would catch half an episode whenever it came on, like, Warner. I don't think it even came on Warner Brothers, like Kids WB growing up, or like on any other channel.
It did, but like not until the 2000s.
Yeah.
later.
And by then, yeah, and like my exposure to it has mainly been through other people, online memes, playing those Shonen Jump games. The one where you get to play as all those.
The DS one and the later PS4 one.
Yeah. So like, I appreciate Dragon Ball's influence on the whole shonen genre, considering that's gone on to influence Naruto, and that was my anime growing up, I guess, in high school.
Yeah.
But in terms of DBZ, I only know the Kamehameha, the Spirit Ball. Trunks is awesome. Vegeta's angry. Bulma and Android, what's her name, are apparently lusted after by everybody.
18. Unless you mean
18.
like 17 or 16, in which case that gets a little bit creepy.
Yeah, there's a Goten, Gotenks, Gohans, and there's Go-Go's.
Yes, Go-Go, my favorite DBZ character.
I feel like many people were just now offended.
I've been meaning to get into the series, just that there's so much of it to go through. It's like, it's a commitment, and I had to like make time for that. And like I've unfortunately got so many things going on right now. I don't know when I'll be able to do it. So yeah, that's my take. That's my thing.
Yeah, no one has time to watch a 33 episode long fight against Frieza. I did as a kid, not anymore. But
I thought that's what Kai was for. They were supposed to take out all that extra stuff.
yeah, now it's only 16 episodes. A real shortening. But all right, so those are the people that'll be working with us. So you'll forgive them if they don't know a lot about the game, but I still think that they can provide enough commentary on the stuff we're going to talk about. So let's start with the global version of the game. Just to let you guys know, there are two versions of the game that we play. One is Japanese, which is filled with a bunch of people who don't speak Japanese trying to play a Japanese game, and the rest is global, which is the for all areas version of the game where you can actually read it in your language, whichever one you have.
The Japanese version, how are you guys playing that?
There's many different ways. Like if you're on Android, it's a lot easier. You can because you can get APKs and stuff.
Yeah, because you have the open source thing.
Yeah. So if you're root, there's a mod on our team that makes kind of like root detected free versions of the game APK, and every time the game has an update, he makes a new version. If you're not root, you can get a thing called QWOP, I think, and it's this like little. It's kind of like the Google Store, but for only Japanese games. So it has a bunch of the free Japanese games on there, and you can just download them that way. And they deal all the mess with the APKs and stuff, and that's easy. But
you know what, Captain Ginyu? Before we record this podcast, I came at you about iPhones versus Androids, and I just remembered a big thing that I don't like about iPhones, and it's the fact that you cannot get Japanese games on them unless you want to really jailbreak your phone.
Well, we actually found a way to do this. It required you making a Japanese iTunes account and putting in a fake address.
Oh my god. So you're telling me I can get like a bunch of those fucking real scandalous games?
Yes, you can play the Neko game too on your iPhone without jailbreaking.
Amazing.
I know.
The future is now.
The future is here and now. So here we're
Man,
gonna start talking about global because global is 6 months behind in Japan. So it's basically like talking about the past, and so it's pretty easy. First thing is happening. You guys won't know anything about this, but there's a crossover happening with another game. Uh, so Bandai has a bunch of different games based on anime stuff, and there is a One Piece game called One Piece, I think, Treasure Cruise. And in Japan, they had a crossover like a shit ton, like maybe 10 months ago at this point, where you fought One Piece characters inside of Japan, and in your version of the game, and then One Piece fought Frieza, and it was kind of like a race, like who could kill Frieza or Don Flamenco faster, and it was kind of like a versus. So people would, and you would get like special card drops as well. But it was a crossover event, and that's finally coming over to global. And I thought it would never happen. We actually thought it would never happen, because the cards have been translated over in that version of the game. But now finally, you too can fight Don Flamenco as Goku, if you're into that kind of thing.
I feel like I don't know, man. If there's a legit crossover, I feel like anyone, and this kind of, I know this is a very controversial topic with anyone in the DBZ universe, but I feel like anyone who could blow up a planet has a one-sided advantage
Well,
over everybody else.
again, I'll mention that One Piece is fighting a character whose last gambit is literally, let me blow up the planet I'm on because I can breathe in space. And in DBZ, we're fighting a guy whose main power is he wears a feather boa.
See, now I feel like you just offended a bunch of One Piece fans.
What? They're not listening to this.
I don't know, dude.
Yes, they are. Gotta go, gotta go.
No, don't make me cut you.
Monkey T. Gonna be king of the pirates.
Don't. If you do it anymore,
No,
we're gonna get
he's-
sued.
Yeah, stop it, Jace. We can't deal with the CNDs.
He's made of rubber. How did that happen?
God damn it, you're still singing the song. Anyway, you're right, Ginyu. It's a very weird crossover because, like,
Yo, we took a bite again. God damn, we're moving on because now I can't trust that you're not just gonna start singing that song. So anyway, that's happening. That's pretty cool. You can get a free Goku who's kind of useless now, but you can use him for legendary rare Goku to feed him and make your SA stronger. I just said like foreign ass words to you guys.
Yes.
I imagine that this is like a card-based game, so like the more you have, the more you can double down on the same singular character that makes it more powerful.
Yeah, kind of. But if they're not the exact same card, you can still feed them, and there's a chance for it to go up. And this guy that I'm about to mention up, Legendary Rare Goku, Legendary Rare Super Saiyan Goku is a new type of rarity that's finally coming to global. In Japan, there's only 2 of these kind of cards, but Legendary Goku is one of the first ones. And the thing about him is that he gets currently like the highest amount of levels you can get is about 120. Legendary Rare goes to 140. And most characters can only get an special attack increase of 10, but Legendary Goku can go up to 20. And he changes his special when you get above a certain number of like orbs you collect, and he does a super spirit bond basically. And he is like the most beat stick character in the game. Like his damage is fucking ridiculous, but only when you get him to SA 20, which is special attack 20. The cool thing about him is that he actually comes with like special animations, and like his card art is really cool because you know how most cards in games are like when you see them, they're not moving, right? They're just cards. So what they do for him is that they give him the holographic treatment, and they actually kind of like there's lightning strikes in the background and like sparks fly all over him. And it's really cool. So I like them.
So when you guys play the game,
Mm-hmm.
are there at least like animations between like the 2 characters that are fighting?
Yes. There's card art, and then when you're in the game, you have like little sprites that show that this is the character. And when they attack, they do like quick fist moves unless they're doing their special attack, in which case they go into an animation of like, okay, this Goku knows the Kamehameha, so he shoots off a Kamehameha or like a
Oh,
spirit bomb or stuff like that. They put a lot of like they give a lot of people really cool animations sometimes. Like for example, Hercule has the delay punch, which he used on Android 18, which is a punch where he hits the person and then 5 seconds later they go flying backwards. So whenever you attack with this Hercule, he punches them, the character has a question mark over their head, and then they go flying backwards.
Is the animation as cool as that WWE game or the Injustice game?
Oh
Mobile games?
God. Some of them are. Some of the early ones are not. Like some of them are kind of hit or miss. They're never as cool as those though. Like, but to be fair, there's more characters in.
But as they progress, they get better.
Yes. So this legendary Goku has that really cool art. He's super powerful, and he's free too. You can get him from an event, and usually you have to pull stuff from like a gacha, and that requires stones, and stones require money because this is a free to play game. If you're familiar of like gachapon games in Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, same basic concept. So this Goku's free, but here's the part where he's kind of terrible. His event is something where that can only be like you can only use basically 8 units in the entire game to fight him in general. So if you don't have any of those 8 units, you can't fight him. And then his cost to get him to legendary status is 777 medals. And they drop at a rate of 5 to 20.
Jesus.
So it would take a person who's playing free close to 6 months to actually get him. Because his event only comes once a day.
Oh, that sounds awful.
It is kind of awful. It's actually very shitty. And this is something that people in Japan have kind of just gone like, okay, I guess this is what the price we pay for wanting something free. And he's really tough and he requires so many resources, but if you can get him there, he's definitely he's not worth it. Let me just say right now, he's not worth the effort. He is still really good though. He's coming to Global. Get ready for that, everyone. And the last thing for Global that's also coming up.
Which character was that again?
Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing that was another thing I'll have to explain. There's things in this game called Dokkan festivals, and Dokkan festivals are where like these exclusive units like come out, and you can only get them in this one banner, and they're exclusive to that banner, and you can only get them there. And they usually are reserved for like cards like Broly and Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like really like high up there cards. So Beerus is getting one, the God of Destruction, which you all remember, except for Hank, who has no idea.
I'll just nod my head and say, yeah, sure, I remember that.
Yeah, hey, you should really watch Battle of the Gods. It is by far my favorite DBZ movie, product, anything. I love that movie so much.
Wait. Before you watch it, though, how well do you know Vegeta?
He knows he's angry.
I know he's like the Prince Saiyan, right? And like, he's Goku's brother?
No, friend.
No,
friend.
Rival. He's the rival, right?
That's right. Yeah, I think you know what? I think when I was watching a little bit of it, I was there for the arc when Vegeta first shows up, and you know they first start off as like enemies before he becomes his friend.
So the best part of the movie involves Vegeta, just so you know.
I don't know, man. The pudding scene is pretty amazing. So let me basically explain to you, Hank, what Beerus is. He's a cat god of destruction. His entire job is to look at planets, and if they're getting too high and mighty on themselves, he wipes them out with a single finger touch. Like he's so stupid powerful, and he's getting his own event where you have to fight him. And the only units that can actually help you fight him are his mentor Whis and Super Saiyan God Goku. You can also use Super Saiyan Blue. I forgot about them. The event is the card itself is kind of not great because he has like this rage mechanic where if you
Mhm.
get down to a certain level of HP, which is 30% or below, he basically gets to have 3 special attacks and you can't die that one turn, that's great. The problem is that for you to get that low is extremely difficult because he has to also be in the turn you use him. So every turn, like, you switch units. So if he's not there, you either have to hope you don't die that turn or quickly heal up and then miss your chance of using the rage mechanic at all. It's a little bit
Okay.
of like an iffy card. He goes good in tech mono teams in Japan, but he's really not something you should be pulling for, especially with Super Vegito coming up soon. I should also mention we all know what's going to come up next for Global because we played the Japan version. And the next person after Beerus is Super Vegito, who literally destroyed the entire meta of the game. To basically make that a little bit more sense, the game used to be played in one very specific way, and then this one card came out and completely destroyed the game. It's no longer
Oh.
what it used to be.
So it's
So-
broken almost.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
is it worth it to keep playing?
Yes. Because now in
Bear in mind-
Japan,
Podcast.
yes, it's if you don't have one of them, it's much harder, which we'll get into in Japan a little bit. But it can be a little bit tough, especially for global, where if you're thinking hard with your stones, you have to look at Beerus and go, are you really kind of worth this basic money I have? Because it's limited. We don't have a bunch of stuff. Every summon costs 5 stones, and we barely get 5 stones in 5 days. So if you want to do a full multi-summon, which is 50 stones, it just never is good. It's never good for anything. It makes you have to think very carefully about what you're going to put your money into. It's kind of like investing in the stock market when you already know what's going to come up. So that event's coming. And the final
stock
thing...
market?
Say it again?
Wait, what event's coming? Oh, that event.
Beerus.
Sorry,
Beerus, yeah. So look out
I thought
for
we were talking about the
Beerus.
stock market.
He can
Okay.
be kind of tough if you don't have Super Saiyan God or Whis. They're the only 2 units that can actually kind of put a dent in him. Otherwise, the fight takes like 50 minutes. And you have to hope
Mhm.
that he doesn't kill you. The one cool thing about the fight, though, is that he gets tired. So the more you hit him, the more angry he gets. And then for when he's angry, he hits you for a set amount of turns. But at the end of those turns, he takes a nap. So when you go to fight him and deal damage into him, he'll be in his pajamas from Battle of the Gods. And he'll be asleep in the middle of the fight.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nice little touch. All right, so this is
What
the
about, what about-
Say it again.
wait, hold on. Let me stop you there. What about Zoro?
From One Piece?
Yeah, he's just like a samurai.
Yeah, but he's not in DBZ.
Did you see there was a crossover?
Yeah,
And-
but
and-
he doesn't show up. The crossover is
And-
very limited.
LADY, Nami's not shy.
Oh my fucking god. I can't believe you fucking got back into it. I should never have fallen for it. I trusted you, Jace, and you fucking stabbed me at the back.
Dreaming, don't give it up.
The next thing, here's something actually kind of surprising. So, the current timeline in Global's fucked up because the next thing after LR Goku, they should be getting ready to go into Super stuff. But Super isn't out in English yet. And a lot of the Super stuff has to deal with you're watching DBZ Super. So how do you release content for what is basically spoilers for something that isn't out in Global yet? So
You
they're
don't.
they don't. So they're moving it super forward, and they're going to be releasing units from Dragon Ball Z Fusions much earlier than they did in Japan. In
What the
Fusion,
hell is Fusions?
all right, strap into this one. Imagine there was a game dedicated to fusions. But not only doing fusion dance. What if everyone fused? What if you could fuse Vegeta and Old Kai? What if you could fuse anyone you wanted?
No, the combinations are endless.
Yes. So there's a game coming out on the 3DS based on this concept that was already out in Japan, and it's coming over here October something. And so there's a banner related to it where you can get these 5 cards. Okay. Karoli, the fusion of Goku and a Broly. Pandale, the fusion of Pan and Videl, which is its own bag of worms.
I fucking want this job. Whose job is it to like draw these stupid cards?
Bra Pan, the fusion of Bra and Pan, which you won't know Bra unless you watch Dragon Ball GT. Janembu,
But
the combination of Janemba and Kid Buu.
who
and-
is Janemba?
Janemba's from a fight. He's from a DBZ movie, the one where Pecan yelled at a fat guy and he got damaged. Okay.
Okay.
And ready, the last
I
one.
still don't know who Janembu is. I know who Pycon is.
The last one. Fura, the combination of Frieza and Cooler. Or as he's known in the game, Kura.
Kura.
That sounds just like his English name.
Except
Yay.
for it's an R instead of an L.
Hmm.
Kura.
Don't be racist.
That's how the game fucking calls him. I forgot Chow Man. So these fusion guys are coming out early, and that's pretty weird because it's way earlier than what anything they're gonna get. Because when they come in with the concept of guaranteed SSRs in your rolls, something that Japan recently got and Global won't get for a long ass time. So they're gonna get a banner which lets them basically get cards that are extremely hard to get super easy, but then they're not gonna get another one of those for months, and it really kind of sucks for them. Shit's weird, man. I guess like the basic thing is that Super isn't out yet, and it's kind of messing with the game because they can't release spoilers for the game before the actual game starts coming out.
They gotta get on releasing Super faster.
They should.
That way I can watch it.
I'm with you. I'm kind of waiting for the English stuff.
I hate Goku's Japanese voice. Like, I hate her.
You just hate her in general at this point?
Well, I mean, I don't know whose decision it was all the way back when in the fucking, what was it, 80s? To, like, keep Goku's voice sounding like a child.
Wait, was the Spanish Goku also high pitched, or did he have a hella deep voice?
He had a, like, oh, Piccolo. He had, like, one of those kind of, like, announcer voices.
Like a medium voice, yeah.
Vegeta.
What? Why do I
Cuando se sanó?
remember? I
Yes?
swear I remember Goku having. It was either one of those. It was either really high pitched or super deep. I don't remember that at all.
Well, let me look it up on YouTube. Hold on.
¿Qué pasa, Krillin?
Yeah, he sounds super normal in Spanish and super normal in English. I understand like, Goku has a very childlike heart because he's so innocent and he's pure.
Yeah. But, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a grown-ass man body.
Yeah,
He
a
is,
grown-ass man body
Grown-ass
who's had
man body.
several children.
at
Yeah,
least...
he made it sound like. I was about to say several is like implying he at least has like 5 children.
Goku accidentally has sex with a lot of ladies. He thinks it's food every single time he does it. He's confused the entire time.
Several means 3 or more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so
Yes.
I consider some to be at least 4. 3, yeah, I'll pass it. But like I usually I consider it to be at least 4. So several sounds like more than some to me, and I always associate it with being more than whatever some is. So in this case, 5, at least 5.
Let's just say 3 is enough to have your voice, like, have your balls drop. I mean, come on.
What if they were always suspended in air, though? Wait, that's not what happens. That's not how the human body works.
There's a can of worms that I don't think you should open, Wokey.
That's a fair point. The funny thing is that you were about to call me about the wrongest name.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's head over to Japan.
So, like, speaking of DBZ games,
Uh-huh.
back in the day when I had a PS1, I got this mod that would allow you to play Japanese PlayStation games.
Uh-huh.
And of course, we're being California based. I just went to Little Tokyo and bought my ass some Japanese games. I bought this copy of GT, and I'd never, up until that point in my life, because there's no YouTube,
Yeah.
like, and internet is dial up, and all you have is like Angel Fire with like little like GIF sprites of DBZ characters. Ain't no episodes up on there. So this is the first time I've ever heard Goku's voice in Japanese, and it just sounds like he's got a baby dick. Okay, I'm done talking about this.
The
But I'm
funny,
just saying.
just to get it. The funny thing is that when you open up DBZ Dokkan, it's only the female. Even in the global version, you only hear the I think the female version. I think you can change it to Sean Shamel or whatever. But when you open up the game, you get a lot of Goku going ah. You know how that Goku voice sounds? As I try and shittily recreate trying to say Japanese words. All right, let's head over to Japan, where, speaking of fusions coming over to global, in Japan, they just got an upgrade. So they felt that your Karoli, Brapan, and Pandel were not strong enough. They just made them stronger. So in this game, certain units are SSR, and then if you give them medals, special medals, some of them can go beyond SSR, and then beyond SSR you can go LR. So that's basically what they did to a bunch of these fusion guys. And the funny thing is that they gave them to characters that basically came out like 2 months ago, when there are units that have been in the game since the beginning of the damn game that need that need it more than they do. Like when a unit gets that kind of treatment, it means that they're getting a rework, or they're so they can be viable in today's kind of playing of the game. Because as I said a little while ago, one card can come out and completely change how you play the game. That's the kind of balance we have going on. So they gave it to dudes who basically came out like 2 months ago. And there's supposed to be other, like Vegeta, Gohan, and another Goku are supposed to get it before them. But for some reason they just like completely skipped over and were like, nah, we're going to give it to these guys. We think they're more deserving. We think that the abomination known as Pandel, the fusion of a mom and her daughter, is perfectly okay. And also we're gonna give her doing the loser sign, and then we're gonna put little hearts around her. The art's real nice. That's what I'll say about that. So with the fusions came an event where you can get like little SSR kid fusion, the main characters from that game. They kind of suck. They're not useful for anything. They're terrible. That's all you really need to say about them. Okay. And the other thing, there's literally nothing going on in Japan. Let me explain to you, Jace, that stuff. That stuff about Super Vegeta, which I mentioned earlier. So there are cards in this game which we call God Leaders, because they have abilities that literally make the game kind of like a fun romp through the forest. They've before them, the best you ever got was that you got +3 key to someone and you got a little bit of an attack boost. With double these leaders, you have a boost of attack, defense, and HP of 140%. This is opposed to the plus very 10% that we used to get. And so these 5 units are: one is Super Vegeta for agility, Buhan, which is the Majin Buu absorption of Ultimate Gohan. He's the intelligent god leader. Omega Shenron, he's GT and he's from STR. Broly, which is a physical unit, and that's his Broly is Broly. And Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and that's the god leader for Tech. Now, at this moment, now that all 5 god leads are out, people are wondering, what's the basic placement? What's number 1? What's number 2? What's number whatever? The only thing we know for sure is that Broly is dead last, because he is the worst of all of them. And that's about it. Everyone else is kind of a toss-up of, if you have the right units, they're the best. If you don't, they're just really broken still. So that's basically the state of Japan as far as I know. There's really nothing. This is a very weird thing, because this is an inverse of last week where there was nothing to talk about global. There's now nothing to talk about Japan. So, kind of with Japan out of the way, I think I'm almost since you guys have been so nice and been putting up and listening to me talk about something you guys have absolutely no fucking idea what I'm talking about. I'm going to ask you, what are the games you guys are playing? What are you guys... Let me start with Jace, because he's the first one I see. Jace, what you been playing on right now? What's got you interested?
I've been playing a lot of Overwatch on the PS4. And when I say I mean my fiance has been playing it all night and day because I've been at work. And now I can't play a goddamn game because it matches me up with people on her level, and it fucks me up.
You just get on and you try and have fun with your character and then immediately are asked to switch.
I'm just like ended immediately. Like we have, I don't know, under our name now, it's just like several stars. I think like every star is like 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 100 levels.
Did you just say several again?
Yes, that means 3 or more.
Do you have 3 or more?
Something like that.
He believes
when
to
I
have
say-
3 or more.
I don't have 3 or more. Let's get that straight. I have never been able to have.
You have
I
like
would
20. If you were
reach
to,
level.
you had 20. You have like maybe 20 levels, maybe like 10. That's your contribution.
Yeah. Aside from that, like on my mobile, on my phone, which I do play when I'm at work or in the bathroom, I've been playing Injustice, Pocket Mortys, and Pokemon Go.
Still playing Pokemon Go?
Still playing Pokemon Go occasionally. I stopped playing for about a week or two after I got the Go Plus.
Oh,
But then I was like, they're going to roll out a new update soon, which is going to make gym battling different. It's going to make it harder because you know how when you can train with the gym right now, you can only train one Pokemon against your own respective gym?
correct.
Yeah.
Well, now they're allowing 6 as if you're battling a gym, just like, against the other team. So, meaning people are going to be able to build up their gyms really, really high up now.
Dude, at fucking work, I saw a level 10 gym, and the only reason I realized I could tell they don't fuck around is because it was tall as fuck. I was like, wait, I don't think I've seen or I remember a gym being like 5 platforms high before. What the hell does that mean? And I
You tried
I
against-
select it and see what's up. This fucking gym had like my dream team of Pokemon. It had like 4 Snorlaxes, 3 Dragonites. Dude, what the fuck?
The gym right next to my house, which is a Valor gym, is a level 10. And I want nothing more than to destroy it and build an empire. Because in my area, it's just like an influx of it's either Valor or Instinct. Everyone who played Mystic had the smarts to quit the game and run away, apparently.
Fair
But
enough.
in my area, it's just Valor and Instinct fighting to the death.
I feel like whatever team you're on, there's always a shit ton of everyone else, except for Valor, because Valor's like a mindless horde of zombies. They're just nonstop.
Yeah.
No offense to any
For-
potential Valor.
For a short
players out
while,
there.
Valor dropped off a lot because people stopped playing.
Oh really?
But then there were a few Valor that were just like they're just powerhouses of just like levels and Pokemons that you've never fucking seen. So they're just holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
The last of their kind, the last of a rare breed. That's
Meanwhile, a
Yeah.
lot of Instinct I've seen.
Yeah.
I guess
Instinct or Instinct.
I can't say that anymore because I deleted Pokemon Go. So you're the only Instinct player here.
Oh.
I have
Well-
a 64 gigabyte iPhone, so I got the space for it.
Fair enough. It wasn't
Yeah.
due to lack of space. Was not the reason why I deleted.
If I
Pokemon
had
Go.
if I had a smaller spaced phone, I probably would have deleted it a long time ago.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But so you've been playing that, enjoying those.
Yeah.
All right.
Short review for the Go Plus. I enjoyed a lot. The only thing I don't like about it is that the strap is very thin, so it looks really silly. I normally will just like wear it like as a pin or something.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
I was curious about that thing.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend paying scalper prices for it, but for what it was, like the $30, I
Ooh.
felt like I had a good enough time with the game that I was like, all right, developers, I'll give you $30.
So you never
Mind
bought.
you, had
I said so you never bought any in-game item.
no, I didn't buy any like extra incense or Pokeballs, and that's probably why I'm only level 22 as of now.
Did
Because
you hold up? Did you just say only? Get the fuck out of here.
Why? What level are you?
I'm 19. That shit's
Oh.
it gets hard. It gets hard. Like it takes significantly longer after a while. So 22, I feel like is still pretty fucking high up there because the highest I've seen so far is 28.
Dude, the people at that gym
Uh-huh.
that I was talking about earlier, the highest is 34.
Fuck.
Like these Valor people are monsters.
They're monsters.
The strongest
So
Pokemon
far.
in that gym. The strongest Pokemon in that gym is a Dragonite, 3011. Shout out to I Hate Typos in Glendale, California.
The fuck? My goal so far is to just hit level 20 so I can get some fucking Ultra Balls. What the fuck is this shit? I feel like
Is that
after I hit
Ultra Balls
after
don't
I
help.
hit after I hit like I don't know, maybe level 22 where you are, I'll be like, man, the grind is too much. I quit. Or alternatively, after I find my Snorlax, I'll be like, all right, GG, got him. Time to quit.
The thing is, like, my end goal is collecting one of each of the Pokemon that are available.
You're like a lazy
Um,
Noah.
Yeah, so like I have to
You have
either
to for that.
travel
What?
to the other countries, or respectively to other countries, which I can have them log in with my account and catch one for me.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that'll get you banned.
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
What? Why would that get me banned?
Because my friend did something like that, and I think it has to do with the timing. But you definitely want to wait some hours as if you were actually traveling before you do that.
Yeah, Niantic has a very faulty ban tracking measures. My understanding, they'll just think that you're like using a bot or something. It's kind of like GPS spoofer if you do that. Yeah.
You know what? I will space it out time wise. First, my account's gonna travel to the UK, and then it's gonna go to Japan, and then the
Okay.
day afterwards is gonna go to Australia.
Australia.
And luckily for me, I have friends in all those places, so that works out for me.
Is that right, Jace?
He'll drive that tanka.
I just want a fucking Snorlax. Is it like I got a Hitmonchan the other day?
Mhm.
Got a Hitmonchan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I finally got one of those, and I was like, man, I still want that Snorlax though, because once that Snorlax has been obtained, that's it.
So Jace, that's what Jace has been playing. He's been playing a lot of that Pokemon Go, and his fiance has taken over an Overwatch, so he can't enjoy it anymore.
Yeah, I'm excited that there might have some Halloween loot boxes, and I'm hoping for Halloween themes. I could do less with the sprays and the icons. I don't want none of that business.
That's because you don't know the glory of sprays as the
No, I
ultimate
know the
form,
glories of the sprays.
as the ultimate form of disrespect.
It takes forever and it's annoying.
I'll also say
I
that
much prefer skin.
during the summer games, I got all 3 summer game skins. So I'm pretty happy. I also got
there was more
American
than 3.
McCree. No, the 3
Oh, but yeah,
legendary.
there's
the
definitely
3.
more than 3.
Let me tell you, I got the 4 that matter.
Oh.
I got American McCree. I got the legendary Lucio. I got Zarya,
Dude,
and I got
you
Tracer.
have no idea. You have no idea how bad I wanted legendary McCree just to piss my friends off.
Would have been
I
nice.
loved that McCree though.
Which one?
The American one.
Yeah, I love American McCree. It's my McCree skin. I got a legendary McCree
It's the
skin,
greatest.
and I use
It's a
American
good.
McCree.
It's a good design.
It's like the most evocative of what is America ever. In one simple design. All right, Captain Ginyu, what have you been playing? What's got
Are
your?
you sure you want to ask me next? Are you sure you don't want to reserve that question?
All right, I'm gonna go to Hank because you might go on a rant. Hank,
Yeah,
what
what's
you-
up? That's Hank.
Hank, that's your name. What have you been playing? That
Yes, I'm Hank. Let's see. So to prepare for Persona 5, I've been playing both Persona 3 and 4 simultaneously. Persona 4 with you, actually.
That's true. I was there.
Yes, we played that on the PlayStation 3. We got we kind of got the PS2 download on it, and while that's been going on, I've been playing Persona 3 on my PSP. I've been taking my dog out for really long walks. So I'd be playing my Persona on my Persona 3 on my PSP for a couple hours on end while I'm walking my dog, and it's a wonder how we haven't been hit by a car yet. So yeah, mostly Persona. That's my life thus far, actually.
It's just been nothing but Persona
So,
ever
yeah.
since I introduced it to your life.
Yes, it essentially that.
It's a glorious
can't
feeling,
quit it.
isn't it?
It's an addiction. I'm scared. I'm scared, Wokey. I'm scared. I think I've gone down the rabbit hole. I don't know if I can climb out of it.
Let it consume you. It already did me.
Help me, please.
Just let it happen.
Jace,
Let it happen.
Captain?
Let
Captain,
it consume you.
no
Let
one,
it consume you.
guys.
no one can save
Oh,
you,
no.
Hank. You're already dead.
I'm already there. Yeah, that's what I've been playing.
All right, respectable. I respect that. Captain
yes.
Ginyu, what's on your mind
Mhm.
based on what you've been playing?
Okay. So surprisingly, I haven't been playing a lot of League. Been watching a lot of it though. Same as Jace, because we're the Ginyu Force. We like to do things together. Also been playing a lot of Overwatch, kind of, not really. But I feel we've spoken enough about Overwatch. I haven't really had much time for games, to be honest. I've if we're talking about mobile games, because you can play that while you're taking a shit. I've been playing Summoners War. Just hop in there, use all my energy, and then stop. But that's about it. Nothing new in particular because I still have a backlog of games. But the one I am looking forward to is a new Pokemon game. That's about it.
Yeah.
Sun and Moon coming out pretty soon. With
I
the
want Tuxedo. Wow.
give you that owl already in your face.
Yeah,
I think I'm settled on the owl too.
Yeah, I'm ready for him too. I'm hoping his final evolution is something I don't know,
Trent
incredibly
Reznor?
ridiculous.
His final
Yeah.
form is a bird version of Trent Reznor.
Yeah.
Well, now I know the name for my owl now. So yeah,
I
There you
I'm
go.
gonna name mine Dick Grayson.
Dick what?
Dick
Dick
Grayson.
Grayson.
So I came up with the
Yes.
greatest name ever
Nice.
for the Poplio I'm gonna be getting. I'm gonna name it Deku. Cause it's
Deku?
because it's constantly getting beat on.
I'm not sure how to feel about Fire Kitty. I feel like Fire Kitty would be my third choice, to be honest.
If it, I would love it to
Fire
not
Kitty is
lit. Is that what you're gonna say?
Okay. I think I know what's going on here.
What's
One
going
of
on?
you guys is cutting out from each other, and I can hear it, but you guys can't.
Is that what's going on?
I think so, yeah.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. Well, it shouldn't be too bad, as long as we don't overstep each other. Well, it's gonna be bad for the recording because then nothing's of theirs is gonna show up.
Or yeah. Yeah. I think. I'll continue. Never mind. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I die with my water types, except for that 1 year where I went with Turtwig, and I'll continue to die with my ships, except for Greninja.
I was let down. The last water type I got was actually Greninja, but before that, I swore off of him after freaking Samurott, which is actually only one generation before that. So
But
never
D-Watt
mind.
is so amazing.
Ignore everything. I mean, he looked cool. I like the way he looked, but he was kind of a letdown.
If you just put D-Watt a samurai helmet, it would be better than Samurott. I'm also disappointed in Samurott. He should have been much better.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
Fire Kitty is what types?
If I had to
Obviously
guess, it was
fire,
dark.
fire stealth, fire dark.
If I had to guess, I don't know. I haven't really looked up any Pokemon
Fire
stuff
fighting.
since. Is it really?
No, this is my guess, but that's the curse of being a fire starter, is that there's a 50% chance of you becoming a fighting type.
All right, and Poplio is
Water.
funny. The only reason I know Poplio's name is because everybody fucking hates him
Except for me.
until like the second evolution got shown like last week.
Hey.
I don't hate him. I have reservations. I saw it. I was like, okay, he has potential. When I saw the fucking cat, though, I was like, I love it. I'm gonna like it. What does this final evolution look like? Tony the Tiger? Is that what he looks like?
No, we don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
No, not yet. None of us will know.
Oh, okay. I thought the images were their final. That's not their final then.
No, that's just their second form. So there's
okay.
no guarantee what the third form could be. We're just gonna have to wait. I
Okay,
hope that
so-
Poplio third form gets an even bigger dress. It's nothing but
Oh.
dresses.
Litten turns
Oh my
into
God. Hold up, I need to just mention this real fast. But I popped in on the stream again, and like the wombo list of combos just happened. It was disgusting. Continue.
I don't. I think Rowlet. That's the owl one, right?
Correct?
Yes.
Is
Grayson.
really Rowlet
Yes, Rowlet.
is really cute only when it's animated.
When it stands still,
I
it's
don't-
not losing you.
When it's a 2D drawn thing, I don't like it as much. But when it's like moving its head around in game videos, I'm just like, oh, that's really cute. That's a
Yeah.
nice animation touch.
Yeah.
Animations can go a long way to selling a Pokemon of some kind. Like, I love Pumpkaboo, but not in actual use. I like them in look only.
Yeah. Pumpkaboo. Love him.
I forget which Pokemon was equivalent of that for me. It was something like really out of pocket that people would be like, "Why?"
Is it the electric spider?
I mean, he definitely falls into that category, but no,
Hmm.
it's not that one. That's not the one, the specific one I'm thinking of.
Oh, big personal news for Jace. I got my first Game Boy ever. I bought that Universe 3DS
Oh yeah,
Yay.
that's right.
specifically for this game.
Right.
You've been
Wait,
a
am I the only one
Sega-
that knows, or I swear?
I
No.
think you've told us before.
I think I posted this in our group chat before, but just letting the listeners know.
Yes.
Shout out to DBZ Dokkan.
Fair enough.
We're slowly
Hey.
hijacking this like
Hey.
as if it was our podcast.
I know, right?
Exactly.
Hey,
Like, you give a shit.
because we're kind of off topic now anyway. I finally saw X-Men.
I should also mention at this point, we can continue talking, but we should also end it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be, let me.
You should probably cut off this.
I
cut all
probably,
these
I
exits.
probably will, but let me just. All right, let me do these exits. So that's basically what's going on. I want to thank my 3 very special friend guests for allowing me to talk to them about Dokkan Battle in such details.
Sweet, sweet friends. La 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 la.
Unfortunately, we can't use that song.
Oh,
It's
I don't
copyrighted.
Fantasia, ven a mí.